What if I told you that the universe is trying to transfer $500 million to you right now, and you might be blocking it without even realizing? Sounds crazy, right? But here's the thing. Thousands of people have already received signs. They've seen doors open by themselves and had their lives changed in an instant. If you're watching this video, trust me, you've been chosen. This is no coincidence. Take a moment right now, hit like and share this video. Why? Because by doing so, you're activating your connection to the flow of prosperity that is already in motion around you. When you comment, "I receive this abundance," you're sealing that energy, locking it into your life. Don't forget to subscribe. The universe moves quickly, and you don't want to miss the next sign that could shift everything for you. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you were on the verge of something life-changing, only for everything to fall apart at the last second? Like you could almost touch it, but somehow it slips away? I've been there. It's frustrating, isn't it? For years, I had this sense of invisible promise hanging over me. I'd see opportunities arise, signs would appear, but nothing ever truly materialized. It was like a constant roadblock stopping me from reaching what I desired most. And for a long time, I believed it was just bad luck. But then I realized it wasn't bad luck. It was something deeper. It was programming. And the most amazing part? This programming could be rewritten, not through magic spells, but through conscious choices, emotional release, and genuine acceptance. That's when everything began to shift. The answers came. The doors finally opened. The $500 million that once seemed so far away, it started to feel within reach. It didn't all come at once, but real changes began to unfold. New paths, unexpected connections, and the clarity that had been missing for so long. Now ask yourself, could this video have found you for a reason? If you're feeling the pull right now, trust me, it did. You're not here by accident. Let's do this together. Place your hand over your heart and repeat after me. I accept this abundance into my life. Say it again, but this time with power and belief in your words. I accept this abundance into my life. Now take a moment to close your eyes. Take a deep, calming breath. Feel the air as it moves in and out of your lungs. Imagine a golden light above you. This light is the 500 million. The opportunities, ideas, connections, proposals, all coming your way. Picture it beginning to spin slowly, wrapping your entire being in safety, openness, and trust. Now, here's a question to ponder. What if the only thing standing between you and your abundance is your own belief that it's possible? Could you step into that power and embrace what's coming? Think about it, and keep your eyes open, because as we all know, the universe works in mysterious ways. Let's stay ready for what's next. This isn't just any visualization. This is an anchor. It's a fixed point of power that you are installing within yourself. Each time you breathe with this awareness, you're reconnecting to that higher vibration. And the more deeply connected you become, the more you allow the universe to respond in kind. So, let's take another deep breath together and type in the comments, "I am ready to receive." Let this be recorded as an energetic seal, locking this intention into place. No matter where you are in the world, this phrase will echo across time and space, activating your abundance. Stop for a moment. Take a breath. Notice what's happening right now. Can you feel it? There's a subtle shift in the air. And it's not just a suggestion, it's real. Your mind might be trying to make sense of it, seeking logical explanations. But what's being activated here is beyond logic. It's your energy field adjusting to a new frequency. Yes, it may feel a little scary. After all, We've been taught to be wary of things we can't control. But this is exactly the point where things start to happen, where the pattern breaks, the autopilot stops, and the new can finally enter your life. Here's something important. If you felt a chill, if your breath has shifted, or if an emotion came up out of nowhere, you're already beginning to align. That's the power of this moment. Now, let's be honest with ourselves. Do you feel it? If you do, drop a comment below. Yes, I felt it. This is the moment to validate what your field has already understood. Now, have you ever noticed how some people seem to effortlessly attract everything they desire? They don't chase, they don't beg, they don't panic. They simply live their lives, and things seem to show up. Almost like magic, right? But here's the truth. It's not magic. It's alignment with an invisible law. A law that most people overlook, yet it's always at work. The spiritual law of abundance doesn't judge. It doesn't pick favorites. It simply responds. And it always responds based on what you're emitting, not what you say you want. Here's how it works. The human brain has a powerful part called the reticular activating system. It's like a neurological filter. It decides what deserves your attention and what gets ignored. Ever notice that when you think about buying a new car, you suddenly start seeing that model everywhere? It's not because the car appeared out of nowhere. It was always there, but now you're tuned into it. The law of abundance works in the same way. The difference is, instead of a car, it's ideas, synchronicities, the right people, those subtle signs that shift the course of your life. But here's the catch. This law doesn't respond to pretty words or good intentions. It responds to frequency. And frequency can't be faked. It can only be felt. So, at this moment, you might feel a slight discomfort, or maybe a growing sense of peace. Both are signs. They indicate that something inside you is shifting. I'm not the only one saying this. Hundreds of people who have gone through this exact process have shared the same experiences. I felt emotional for no reason. I felt something open in my chest. After doing this exercise, the call I had been waiting for came through. These aren't coincidences. They're echoes of your new vibration. They're signs that the field is responding to your decision to open up. Now, I'm going to ask you to do something simple, but incredibly powerful. Share this video with intention. Not like someone just passing along a link, but like someone who's activating a wave of change. Because when you share this, you don't just strengthen the frequency, you position yourself as a channel. And remember, abundance only flows through open channels. So, here's my final question for you. If you feel this shift within you, are you ready to open yourself fully to the flow of abundance? Can you let go of your doubts and trust in the unseen forces that are working on your behalf? Comment below, I am ready, and let the universe know you're open to receiving. And before you think this is all about just positive thinking, let me share a fascinating fact from behavioral psychology. The brain associates repetition with truth. The more you expose yourself to an idea, the more it becomes internal programming. And this, my friends, is how a new reality is created. So even if there's a part of you that's skeptical, or a voice inside you that doubts, keep going. That very skeptical part of you is the one that needs to be transformed. And guess what? You've already begun just by being here. Here's the thing. You can't access abundance while carrying resentment, guilt, or bitterness. This isn't just some feel-good statement. It's rooted in neuroscience. When you hold on to grudges, your brain stays in threat mode, constantly activating the amygdala, the center of primal emotions. This triggers the release of cortisol, the stress hormone, and traps you in a cycle of defense, scarcity, and self-sabotage. Now think about it. How can the universe deliver $500 million to someone whose energy is constantly preparing for the worst? Forgiveness is the key that unlocks this cycle. But here's the twist. It's not about forgiving others. It's about forgiving yourself. How many times have you punished yourself for trusting too much? For staying silent when you should have spoken up? For giving more than you had to give? Now, let's pause for a moment. Close your eyes, take a slow breath, and visualize the person who hurt you the most in life. Yes, them. The one who still shows up in your thoughts when you least expect it. You don't need to force empathy. Just let yourself see this person standing before you. And now say these words to yourself. I release. I forgive. I set myself free. Repeat it 3 times. Calmly, firmly, with intention. Not for them, but for you. If tears come, let them. If you feel a shiver, allow it. That's your body releasing what's been stuck. You might not notice it right now, but something inside you has just shifted. A space that was once filled with pain is now open and ready. And this is where abundance enters. Here's an insight from systemic psychology. When we forgive, we create space in the field for the new to manifest. In other words, what was once blocked can now begin to flow. So, let's do something powerful together right now. Write this in the comments, even if it's just for yourself to read. I release. I forgive. This small act is an anchor, a confirmation. And when you share this with the group, you're not just strengthening the collective energy, you're strengthening your own. Do you feel it? Maybe you're already feeling lighter, more aligned, more available to the flow of abundance. This is just the beginning. Now that the space is clear, let's fill it with what you truly desire. Take one more moment to close your eyes. This time, visualize the ideal version of your life, one where the $500 million has already manifested. See it, feel it, hear it. Where are you? Who are you with? What are you wearing? What's around you? Notice the details, the subtle, beautiful elements of your new reality. Let me ask you, what would your life look like if you fully stepped into this abundance? What changes would happen the moment you truly believed you are worthy of everything you desire? Comment below and share your vision. This is your space to create. Imagine this: the texture of the clothes you're wearing, the scent of the space around you, the light gently filling the room, and the soft, comforting sounds in the background. You wake up with no rush, no anxiety, no heaviness in your chest. You glance at your schedule, and there are no obligations, only choices. You decide where to go, what to eat, and who to talk to. Your freedom feels real. Now listen closely. The brain doesn't distinguish between what you vividly imagine with emotion and what you actually experience. Neuroimaging studies have shown that when you visualize with intensity, the same neural circuits light up as if you were living it in the physical world. That's how you build familiarity with the new. That's how abundance stops being a distant dream and becomes something natural to your system. Stay with that image for a moment. Take it in. Savor it. You're not trying to attract anything. You already are in the vibration. You already are that version of yourself who lives abundantly. Now let me ask you, what would you do with that abundance? Don't hold back. Describe it as if it were already real. Drop it in the comments below. Tell me your vision. The more you talk about it, the more you strengthen the neural pathways that make it possible. Simply imagining your future without emotional engagement won't create the impact you need, but imagining it with feeling, now that's what moves mountains. Here's the truth. What you're feeling right now, whether it's a slight warmth in your chest, the urge to smile for no reason, or even that unexpected tear, it's not random. This is your energetic system recognizing a real opportunity. But here's the hardest and most liberating truth of all. This state doesn't last forever. The field of abundance responds to the now. It's sensitive to your decision in the exact moment when you're most receptive. And that moment is now. Yes, now. Because in just a few hours, your mind will try to pull you back into old patterns. It'll rationalize doubt, distract you with notifications, obligations, and the usual thoughts. If you don't act now, the frequency shifts, the momentum fades, and the door closes. So, pay attention. You can feel the effects of this transformation within hours, but only if you take advantage of this state right now. The first step is simple, like this video. Turn on notifications, but do it with intention. Don't just do it out of habit. Do it as a seal, a commitment to your new reality. Psychology calls this symbolic micro-engagement, small actions that activate major internal changes. When you move toward something, even with the smallest gesture, your brain interprets it as truth and begins to create real pathways for it to happen. So don't just think, feel and act. Click, confirm, align. This window of opportunity won't stay open for long. Now that you're in alignment, we need to imprint this new reality into the deepest part of your mind, your identity. Because once it's embedded there, everything begins to shift in your world. One last question. What if today you took one small step, just one gesture, towards the life you've been dreaming of? What would it feel like to take that step now? Let me know in the comments. You're already on the path to a life filled with abundance. Keep going. Because you're not just wishing for abundance, you're becoming someone who lives in abundance. And to truly step into that, we need repetition. Not as an empty mantra, but as a direct command to your internal system. Now, place your hand over your heart. Take a deep breath, slowly and fully, and repeat after me, out loud. Even if you speak softly, let the sound of your voice create a vibration that shifts your chemistry. My life is changing right now. Say it again. My life is changing right now. Feel what that stirs within you. Imagine each word entering your system like a password, unlocking a new reality. These aren't just words, they're codes. Now, say this. I am a magnet for opportunities, abundance, and miracles. Breathe. Repeat after me. I am a magnet for opportunities, abundance, and miracles. The more you affirm this, the more your brain will automatically start seeking out situations that validate it. This is what psychology calls internal reinforcement through self-image. As you affirm these words, you begin to behave like someone who is prosperous, to decide like someone who is prosperous, to attract like someone who is prosperous. And here's another powerful affirmation. I am the living manifestation of divine abundance. Feel that phrase settle into your being like a cloak of power. This isn't about blind faith, it's about chosen frequency. Repeat this whenever doubt creeps in, whenever fear tries to pull you back. This is your alignment code. Now, drop a comment below and write it with your full presence. My life is changing right now. Don't just write it, declare it. This is your anchoring ritual, and the energy is already responding. You've made it this far. Breathe in this awareness for a moment. You've moved through layers of resistance, doubt, and fear. You've released what needed to be let go. You've affirmed your new identity. You've visualized what you desire. You felt the frequency of abundance in your body. And now, you're just seconding away from full release. But before we go further, one thing needs to be crystal clear within you. Nothing, absolutely nothing you've experienced here was by chance. Time is sacred, and if this moment has led you here, It's because your energy field is already in a process of expansion. Here's an important fact from behavioral science. The human brain typically needs about 21 minutes of continuous exposure to a new idea for it to begin taking root in your subconscious. You've already surpassed more than half of that threshold. You're already being reprogrammed. But here's where many people fall short. They stop before the end. They interrupt the process right as it's about to peak, but not you. You stayed. You felt it. You chose to continue. And because of that, you are ready to receive. Now comes the final preparation. Adjust your posture. Place your hand gently over your chest. Breathe with presence, as if you're awaiting something sacred. Because what comes next is not just an emotional moment. It's a real energetic release, a seal of everything you've built so far. If you haven't done so yet, hit subscribe right now, not just for the engagement, but to stay connected to this frequency. This channel is now a part of your alignment path. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel your body. Feel the energy field around you. There's a vibration, a pulsing presence. This energy you feel right now, that's abundance revealing itself. It's not in the future. It's not outside of you. It's happening now, inside of you. And I declare over your life right now that every energy of blockage, scarcity, and limitation be dissolved in this very moment. That your mind be cleansed of old beliefs. That your body recognizes this new frequency as natural, and that your spirit accepts without guilt everything that is yours by divine right. You are not small. You are not alone. You no longer need permission to prosper. Now, with full intention, with your voice, even if just a whisper, repeat after me. I receive my blessing. Say it again. I receive my blessing. Feel the rain of light pouring down on you. Imagine this moment as the breaking of a dam, a release of everything that's been held back for years. Let it come. The universe does not hold back from those who are ready. This release is yours. This energy is yours. This new life is yours. Now, write in the comments below, as if sealing a spiritual contract. I receive my blessing. Every letter of this phrase is a key, every word an adoration, and your energy has already stepped through. Close your eyes one last time. Take a deep breath. Now, imagine your life 1 year from now. Picture yourself living in peace, creating without fear, sleeping peacefully, waking up with clarity. You, with time, presence, freedom. Imagine looking back and remembering this exact moment. This video, that quiet decision you made within yourself. My life changes now. Yes, you will remember this. You'll remember how you felt, who you were, and who you became. Now, with a calm heart and a steady mind, declare, my abundance has arrived. Write it in the comments below. Feel the vibration of it. Declare it like someone who knows, like someone who sees. And keep this video saved, because you'll come back here, not to ask again, but to tell your victory story. Your future has already begun. Your energy has already responded, and abundance has already recognized your name.